Today I'm here to walk you through the steps of replacing a Lincoln casement operating sash. It is easiest to replace the sash from the interior of the home. You need to start with the sash in a semi-open position enough to expose the hardware on the bottom of the sash. To disengage the hardware from the sash, you need to apply upward pressure on the secondary arm and remove it, and apply downward pressure on the primary arm. Once those are disconnected, you close the operator completely out of the way to allow the sash to be removed. The next step is to separate the hinge from the frame itself by sliding the clip away from the pivot arm, and this hinge can be disconnected at this time. The next step is to remove the safety stop, which is the screw that's inserted into the hinge at this point here. Before you release the top hinge, you want to make sure that you have a firm grasp on the sash. To release the top hinge, you slide the clip away from the pivot arm the same way you do on the bottom. Move the arm away from the hinge, slide the sash towards the middle, and tilt and pull in. The hardware off the old sash will have to be transferred to the new. Once the hardware is removed, measure from the edge of the window over to the first hole and transfer that measurement to the new sash. Then measure down from the bottom of the sash to the first hole and transfer that measurement to the new sash. The measurements for all the hardware will need to be transferred to the new sash. Once you have the hardware transferred to the new sash, the trick is to slide the nylon glide into the top hinge. Once the glide is into the hinge, the weight of the sash will be carried in the hinge itself. Once the sash is back into the hinges, you have to reapply the arm over the pivot stud and make sure that the clip is firmly fastened, and then revert and do the same thing with the bottom hinge. Reapply the bottom hinge in the same manner, making sure that your clip is firmly fastened over the pivot stud. Close the sash so it will move out of the way of the operator. Snap the secondary arm onto the bracket and likewise the primary arm onto the sash. Once the sash is back into the window frame, reapply your safety stop screw in the top hinge. Now that the sash installation is complete, hinge adjustment may be needed. You could see this video on lincolnwindows.com.